Hello everyone, Dan Hurt with Dan Hurt Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. I am back at it, testing production pans. I tested the pyramid pan, I've tested the Gold Claw production pan, and today is the Gold Hog's Flow Pan. I'm gonna test it out and evaluate it and let you guys make a judgment call for yourself whether or not you want this pan. Hope you enjoy. Now before I get started, I need to say that I know panning in a tub is not ideal for the flow pan. However, many of my claims, you cannot get into the river to pan, or you can't get into the ideal flow of a river to pan with the flow pan. Some of the rivers are just far too small, there's no room. You have to dig a little spot to pan in. Some of the rivers are moving way too fast. Some of them you're just too far away from the river and you have to bring a tub in to pan there. I know the ideal spot is in a river that's got good flowing water, but a pan that can only work in that is not useful for the majority of the situations. And that's why I'm panning in a tub, which does represent the majority of the rivers, or something that you can get almost everywhere is a pool of still water. Yes, it would be nicer to have a bigger tub so I could move side to side more. I will end up tipping more to get the flow I needed, the water rushing over the mats. However, a versatile pan has to be able to work in every situation, such as this. So in my series here of testing out all these production pans, I have the pyramid pan, I've got the Gold Claw, today is the Gold Hog pan, and next one is going to be the flat pan. Plus I'm also going to compare them all to my pan of choice, the Garrett Super Sluice. I have been using the same strategy on every pan. I have the exact same dirt with the exact same gold in it. I recycle it every time. I am panning in the same tub where I have a catch basin in the bottom, sunk in here, that catches all of my tailings. And I don't necessarily show, well, I show you, but I don't necessarily judge how much gold the pan caught. Any pan can catch gold. I judge how much gold the pan lost by very carefully panning out its tailings and seeing how many pieces of gold were ejected from the pan for whatever reason. I'll also be judging how quickly it can process a half bucket of material that has been classified down to 1/4 inch minus. Many of these pans, including the Gold Hog pan here, say they don't need classified material. But I want to keep the comparison the same, so I've used the same classified material in all my tests. Now, I'm going to do this one in a second. I have enough room to work it in the tub. I've got the material already wetted, all ready to go. I will get a timer going on my cell phone, if I can find where I put it, to figure out how long it takes, and then I'll show you all the results. One thing I will say automatically that I know is a flaw or an issue with this pan is the amount of material it can take. Because of the way it works and these side holes let the material out, you can't fill this pan right to the top. If you do, a lot of your material will go out. If I fill it to the top of this bar here, which is only like 1 inch deep, that's not very much material in this pan, and it will take a long time to process. So I have to weigh my odds about how much I mound up versus how much I think is going to go out that side. And I know if I take it slow and just put a tiny amount in, my capture rates will be better, but my speed will be way down. If I mound it up high, my speed will go way up. My capture rate will go way down. So I'm going to try to find a nice medium in the middle and see if the capture rate is still acceptable for the speed. They say it's a quick pan for processing, but you can't have much material, so let's see how it does. Now let's look at the material I'll be using in this test. This is classified down to 1/4 minus with the odd 1/2 inch rock in it to help with stratification. The material this was taken from is about 90% over 1/4 inch. So this represents about 10% of the general river run gravels, meaning that we have about a 10-to-1 reduction by using classified material. We get about 10 times more pay dirt in every pan. This is some of the most difficult material imaginable for recovering the gold. The gold is extremely flat, extremely fine, and very, very hard to recover from very heavy sands. I would not expect any pan to do better than about a 90% capture rate in this material if you were going fast. If you decide to go slow, yes, you could get a lot more. A lot of examples from manufacturers who are trying to show off how fast or good their pans are use material that looks like this, like a pea gravel. Very washed, very loose, very easy for gold to settle in. Gold does not settle well through this muddy material. But this kind of loose stuff, it settles really fast in. So if you're watching a manufacturer's demo of a pan, really look at what the material is that they're using, because a little bit of gold sprinkled into that will fall to the bottom in 2 seconds. I'm not here to show off and sell pans and make them look better than they are, so I'm actually using the most difficult stuff I can imagine, so it accentuates the losses and can give a really good comparison between the pans. One manufacturer even uses a pan full of fist-sized rocks with gold sprinkled in it, trying to say that his pan is so fast because he can recover the gold out of big boulders like this in seconds. Of course, my Garrett Super Sleuths can do that. I even have a video there of me recovering 100% of the gold in a Garrett Super Sleuth in 10 seconds from a very full pan. If you want to create a situation that is ideal, of course, you can make any pan look like it is magic. There may be people out there with ideal deposits with easy gold to recover, but the majority of us are digging stuff like that, which is muddy, clay, very difficult, with extremely difficult gold to recover. That is what the vast majority of people have to deal with, not the easy gold that basically falls into your pocket. I found my stopwatch. As soon as I hit start, I'll start digging in here and going. I should note one thing, that this pan is directional. The matting in the bottom of this pan is designed to catch gold that's flowing that way. They've got a little marker here to tell you which way it's facing. So when I pan it out, I have to tip it this way to get the material to flow over the riffles the correct way and out the hole. It has the Gold Hog matting in the bottom. It's aluminum, very nicely constructed, wing nuts holding it all together so that you can take it apart, put it in a backpack really easy, and it assembles really easy. Very well constructed, no sharp edges. It's beautiful. Beautiful pan. Let's see how it does for catching gold. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. Don't think I'd want any more dirt than that, otherwise it's gonna fall out the ends. Stratify, stratify, stratify. Bring it up on an angle, let the water flow out. Over top of those grooves just right. Okay, more dirt. Again, wouldn't want any more than that or I'm gonna lose it. I should note this is basically my first time using this pan, so I'm a complete novice. No experience here. I'm doing all my tests as a complete novice because someone buying this pan for the first time wouldn't have experience with it. If you're buying this pan for the first time, you'll probably be a novice as well. Okay. Now, as with all production pans here, I'm expecting that they can hold gold for more than just one pan's worth of material. And that's why I'm doing the whole half bucket without cleaning them out.
because production pans are supposed to be able to ram through the material quickly and hold their cons in the bottom. See if I can push it a little bit. Go quicker with a bit more material. Ooh, a lot went out. Oh, sunk. Uh-oh, it sunk again. That's not good. Get up on the edge. Okay, and the remainder of the bucket. And let's see how this goes. As soon as I get down to the cons where I would stop, I will stop the timer. I won't use the pan to finish it in any way. I'll finish it off in my Garrett Super Sluice because I'm used to that one. Okay, I'm gonna say that is it. How much time was that? It was, come on, clock. Oop, there we go. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. It took me some time to get my stopwatch off. Let's say 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So yes, quicker than the other two pans. The other two pans took 5 minutes. A little bit quicker. Let's see how it was for catching gold.
Doc also says to use unclassified material in here, but to use unclassified, I'd have to do 10 times as many pans to go through the same amount of pay gravel. That's the gravel that could have gold in it. Because I have about a 10-to-1 reduction in material when I classified a 1/4 inch. So yes, I might get better results, but I'd have to do 10 times the number of pans.
I do apologize if the wind is howling through that microphone there. It's a windy day and I don't have the right microphone for this kind of wind. Sorry. I hope it's not too bad. Let's clean this out and see what it has in it. We'll pull out the mat and rinse it through the pan. We'll make sure that we wash out the pan nicely. One thing I would suggest if you do get one of these pans is that every once in a while you disassemble it and get the gold that's stuck in the cracks around the bottom, because I see lots of material does go down there, and when you're washing it out, there's no way to get in the crack washed well without disassembling it. Not that's really going to affect it, you're still keeping the gold, it's just, you know, some might get in there. Wash out the mat by bending it backwards to open up all the grooves. There we go, nicely washed out. And there's the amount of material that you get. So what is that? 2 cups of material out of the bottom? Now I'm gonna pan this down to see what's in it, but I don't wanna pan this down over my safety tub because I don't wanna calculate the losses of the Garrett. I only wanna calculate the losses of the Gold Hog. So Put that aside for a second. Put that aside for a second. I'm gonna take out my safety tub. I will pan through that carefully in a minute. And let's see what the flow pan caught. This worries me a bit. I see maybe 60 pieces of gold. It's all really fine. It's not like what I saw when I did the other two pans. I saw far more gold in that. So really fine gold and really not that much of it. I'm gonna put that aside right now. I'm gonna pan through all of that over there and compare the two and see if there's the remainder of the gold in there for some reason. Now you don't want to watch me pan all this, because this is a long, tedious process going very slow to make sure I don't lose any little specks. So I'll see you in about half an hour. Now, before I show you the loss results here of the flow pan, I am doing another video today that you'll see maybe before, maybe after this one. I'm not sure. I'm doing a video on the Gold Hog multi-sluice, cleaning up concentrates from a big sluice run, big high banking run we did. Now, I want to say that that machine right there is awesome. It caught 95% of the gold in the first run, about 5% in the second. There was no point in doing a third run. It caught it all. The multi-sluice, which is not put together right now, you'll see it all together in that video, is an amazing product. I've also used Gold Hog matting in many of my pieces of equipment, and I love that stuff. It's every bit as good as Gold Owl. It's every bit as good as Dream Mat. It is a good product. The reason I'm saying all this is I like Gold Hog products. Now to move over to the Gold Hog Flow Pan and look at its losses. After panning out the material that the flow pan left behind, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 3, 4, 35, 36. There's 36 pieces on the surface right now. If I start moving things around, I could probably get to 100 if I kept counting. I'm going to take a close-up picture of this, of both this and what it caught here, so you guys can see. But I'm thinking that the flow pan, for a very novice, for an extreme novice like myself, first time using the pan, trying to use it as a production pan going fast like the other production pans, I lost more than I got. Please excuse the train noise in the background. We have a train going by. Here's the gold the flow pan was able to recover in my quick test. Now here's the gold it lost. And when I compare the two just visually, this looks to be almost twice as much gold as it captured. Bigger flakes. They also still have the little flakes. There's still lots of little flakes. Bigger flakes and lots more bigger flakes. So me capture versus me loss is a big ratio, as in 2/3 loss. I don't want to say this pan has a capture rate of 33%. I know it has to be better than that. I must be using it wrong, or the fact that I'm just a novice, the fact that I am classifying before I put it in, maybe that's it. Maybe it works better on unclassified material than classified. Maybe I'm just pushing it too fast.
something is wrong. I have respected Doc at Gold Hog for many, many, many years. Doc says this is a good pan. I believe him. I just wasn't able to make it do its thing on my first attempt using it. I know they have a big warning in it. Read the owner's manual before you use this. I've watched the videos, I've read the owner's manual. I've tried to do what I can to make this thing work like it's supposed to on my first try. The results say I'm not doing it right. Now, seeing that my technique in the tub wasn't necessarily the best, it wasn't the ideal situation, when I was done the whole series, I actually went and took the exact same material with the exact same gold back to a creek that I could pan in with good flow. I tried to recreate Doc's motions precisely, the twisting, stratifying, the large motion back and forth. I tried to do everything exactly like Doc showed in the video. I may have got slightly better results, probably about 50%, but still huge losses on this difficult, flat, hard to pan gold. I tried my best to do it exactly like Doc shows in his how-to videos. But unfortunately, I donated half my gold back to the river.
Doc, I assume you're going to watch this video because you sent me this pan to do this with. Please comment, contact me somehow. Let me know what I did wrong. Was I overloading it? Was I working classified material? Was I tipping it too far too fast? Maybe I had to stratify it longer. Please let me know why the capture rate looked so bad. This must be a good pan. It's had so much hype. You say it's good. I must be doing something wrong to get that kind of result. And Doc, just like the creators of the other pans, I invite you to come here with me. You be the man behind the pan. You work my material and you show me how it's supposed to be done. I will do another review of this with you behind the helm. I will be happy to. Just come on up here and I'll take you out to the Fraser, my favorite spots on the Fraser, and let you show me how this pan works. Let you show the world how this pan works. Now, as I said a second ago, I love Gold Hog products. They're great. At this point, I'm not too sure about this one. So just in conclusion here, it took me 4.5 minutes to do half a bucket of quarter minus material. So it is very quick. It is extremely well built and convenient. I like the flat bottom so it can sit down flat while you load it. That is very nice. The working of it, the motions you go through were quite simple. I liked it. The capture rate is its biggest drawback right now. And unless Doc can show me what I'm doing wrong and show me how to do it better, I would say the capture rate is a major flaw in this pan. In my final video of this series, I will compare all the pans together. I hope in the future, after Doc's come and helped me with this, that I can rate this one a little higher than it's gonna end up being rated for this series. But again, this is just for your knowledge out there. You make the decision whether or not you want one of these pans. I'm not gonna say yes or no. Let's go look at the river for a bit. It's a beautiful day.
Before I sign off, I want to say thank you to Doc for actually sending me the flow pan to evaluate, and the multi-sluice as well. It's very big of you to be able to just send it out there and let someone give a completely unbiased opinion on a product. And I'm kind of sorry I can't say great things about it at this point. Hopefully in the future I can. But thank you, Doc, for trusting me and sending me those products to do a review of. I need to say another big thank you to my patrons for supporting me. Because of you guys, I get to do these videos for everyone in YouTube land to watch.
And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, you like what you've seen, you like my honesty of these reviews, please consider subscribing to my channel. I have hundreds of more videos out there, and I will be making hundreds more in the future. If you like today, there's a good chance you'll like what's to come. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Please leave me a comment. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And until the next one, everyone, I hear a train a-coming. It's coming around that bend. Bye.